Well, good afternoon, everybody. It's afternoon for pretty much everybody that's receiving this stream. More like late evening if you're in Europe or in the UK. It's Tom from Came to Believe Recovery again. Just wanting to reach out to everybody and uh, give another push for the virtual retreat this weekend. We'd hate for anyone to miss out on the opportunity if they wanted to. There's openings. You can register right up till the day. It starts 2 o'clock Eastern time is the first session of the Friday, which is 11 o'clock Western. And then there's one at 4 o'clock. There's a couple of sessions on Friday that handle most everybody's time zone. And then we go about 5 or 6 hours Saturday and 3 hours Sunday. And what we do at the retreat is we teach the steps as close to the way the founders were doing it way in the beginning as we can. And we know what they were doing because one of our founders was sponsored by Clarence Snyder, who was sponsored by Dr. Bob. And there's lots of history you can read about it, guys, especially in the Akron area and in New York, but in the Akron area. At the beginning, they were going through the steps very quickly and living in the fellowship and then doing their 10, 11, and 12, and then growing in their experience and understanding is exactly what the steps say happens. So that's what we do. We give you an opportunity to start right away. Of course, it's not a one and done. It's a one and then forever. We live 10, 11, and 12 every day, and we work in our fellowship to perfect how we do that. But we can get through those first 9 steps, at least. We can agree to do the 9th step. Of course, that may take some time, but we can get through 1 through 7 through the weekend very easily. You know, sometimes I'm told, I hear all kinds of stuff in recovery about, take a step a month and a step a year, and you got to wait 90 days before you take a step, and all sorts of stuff. That's funny. And I always ask people, where did you get that? And one of the most famous answers is, my sponsor told me. And I said, well, where'd they get it? And I remember I was at a retreat recently, and somebody said to me, I have to do half of my 9-step amends before I can do step 10. So I said, well, and that's not what we're teaching. We're teaching that you agree to do your step 9 and you start doing it, but you immediately start doing step 10. I'm looking for my legacy guide because that has a reference to what's in the big book really quickly. And I said, well, where'd you get that? And this woman said, well, my sponsor. I said, well, let's see then, let's see what it says. And on page 84 and 85 of the big book, it says, this thought brings us to step 10, which suggests we continue to take personal inventory and continue to set right any new mistakes as we go along. We vigorously commenced this way of living as we cleaned up the past. So they were going on at the same time. So this clearly says that we can start this new way of life, living in step 10, 11, and 12, as we clean up our past. So right away. So that might be some freedom for some of you who are holding and taking time. I mean, 10 is where things begin. You begin to grow out of your old habits and things, and you begin to put that new character that you got after asking God in the 7th step to take away your old character and your old nature away. This Friday, we start the virtual retreat. Love to see you there. The link is in the comments right here, or you can go to cametobelieverecovery.org, go to events, retreats, and it's the top one. Click on the details. Register today. I got done with our leader meeting about an hour or an hour and a half ago, and the team is ready. We have some very people who with long-term sobriety and a lot of experience in teaching the steps and working with people with all different addictions, guys. So it's not just alcohol. It's drugs, it's food, it's whatever has you in bondage. The program works for all of this stuff. Little nuances, but it basically works for all of it. The principles are exactly the same. So come hear about it this weekend. What do you have to lose? And what you do have to gain is a fourth dimension of existence of which you had never dreamed. And that's what I got. It's hard to tell somebody, I talk to some new people sometimes and say, like, some of the things that I did now, like if I look back, if you put me, 4 days before I got decided to do something and make my surrender, if you'd have said to me, Tom, you're going to do this, 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 and you're going to have this, I mean, I would have just said you were absolutely crazy. I mean, some of it didn't even cross my mind as a possibility of anything I would even think about. And, here I am 17 years later with, bachelor's degree and master's degree, and I learned how to play guitar, and I'm doing this and that and the other. I mean, stuff that I would have just never, so it's that fourth dimension. It's a new place that we're at. And so it's exciting. And I tell people that we don't know what it'll be for you, where it's going to take you, where the program in your sobriety and your new spiritual awakening guides you to. And using these steps, and people go on to do all kinds of stuff, and it's wonderful. And the bottom line is you can do it free from drugs and alcohol. You absolutely can. So maybe we'll see you Friday. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll do a couple more. I'm off to New York City early in the morning tomorrow, but then I'll be back for most of the day. And so we'll see you back here, and we'll be on our regular Recovery Live on Friday, but we'll see you back here. They have those 4 absolutes, guys. Let's be honest, unselfish, pure in our motive, and do everything in love. How can anything go wrong if we do that? All right. Have a great night, everybody. And we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.